In 2012, I started my first Xbox 360 world in Minecraft. And today we're going to have a little tour around this long forgotten world of mine. So much history, so much nostalgia is built into this world. And we're going to have a little look. So we start off in this beautiful house, which I'm pretty sure, if anyone remembers, Corrales. He did loads of house builds back then, and I think this is one of them. Lots of wool, lots of wood. We've got old texture packs on. I find it so interesting to see building techniques that you used to use. There was so much log as foundations of stuff. Lots of painting TVs and stone couches. And a very poorly made pool table. Back then you had to work with what you got. And we didn't have much. And this was all in survival as well. We didn't have creative mode back then. So we've got a nice little lounge, like I said, pool table. A little music room, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it'd been cool if there was a CD in there. A lot of the doors are bugged, but that's fine. Beautiful little pool back here. As you can see, our only light options were torches or glowstone. Glowstone was like the most aesthetic thing ever back then, for me at least. I think these are more Corrales houses. I believe they're empty. Cool little basement. So much wool. I don't know why we use so much wool. I think we didn't have any maybe we didn't have smooth stone? So much stone and wool. I don't think we had smooth stone back then, did we? Not sure. Another one there. A Jack and Harry. Okay, right. Like I said, this was survival, but there are many glitches in this version, and you could get an infinite stack of an item by doing some thing I can't remember. And we used it a lot for a lot of the buildings. So this is as survival as it is creative. We sort of wanted eventually a creative world to build stuff. And this was as close as we could get by doing glitches. And J and H was me, H, Harry, that's me. And then my friend Jack, who built a lot of stuff on this world. Not everything, but most of it. So we had a train car system going all the way around. This bit isn't finished, but yeah, whole perimeter of the castle. I've got all texture back on, so we've got it's not quite the same, because the cobblestone used to be really dark. This is as good as I'm gonna get, because I imported this world into, I think I was using Chunker, and I updated it to the latest version just so I could hop on Bedrock. I don't usually play on Bedrock. Not nowadays, anyway. It's got a little pool. We've got a house, which I think got burnt down and then rebuilt by me. It says Paddy's house and then ruined by Paddy. I thought it was someone else's house and Paddy burnt it. So yeah, people weren't meant to like claim their houses and live on this world, and they could be assigned a job or something. And the good thing about this conversion that I've done is that it's managed to keep all of the inventories and all of the signs. I didn't think it would do, because the signs are like the most important thing. As you can see on this next building, timestamps. This is the only timestamp on this world. 2012 by someone from school, Cameron. And he has Nanny Bread's Bakery. Open till 7. Find another bakery that opens till 7. I dare you. We had a pricing system. Like a proper little shop. Green wool, feathers, light grey wool. Clearly someone's been buying stuff. Little storeroom back here. Cakes. It's a lot more, like when I build bases today, I don't often do basements. Little sugarcane farm. Don't know why there's no wheat, but maybe that didn't carry over. I don't know. So this is like a relic from my childhood. It was a world we'd all come on after school, and I remember early on people were scrambling to try and like hide their bases, you know, like all your special treasures, and if you found any diamonds or any iron, it was to like hide it so no one else could steal it. And look at this, all of the inventory is just still. I did have sandstone. There we go. Ah, it's a wonderful sight. Even tools with durability, just knowing that someone was using that tool for something and didn't want to break it and put it down, and all of the durability was spent doing something by someone. We got some delicious cooked pig buttocks. Beautiful. More cobblestone. A lot of cobblestone. Smooth stone. Cold blocks. Yeah, don't worry about it. Chestception. Smooth stone. Oh, none in there. Slime balls, non-Jake kind. Bookcases. Glass. Mossy stone, white wall. Yeah, there's nothing up here. And it was so dark. The early versions of Minecraft were so dark that we just had to put torches on everything to stop mob spawning. Like, it's overkill when you think of it. God forbid a creeper will come and blow up something you've just done. It's a very tall, weird oak tree. An observatory over there. It's kind of hideous, but kind of not. Absolutely immaculate creeper flags, I guess. One's got stone and one's made of wool. One more thing to show you. So like I said, you could have glitched stacks of items. Something I'll show you at the end is how big the world map was, because in later versions of Minecraft, or you know, like today, the map of Minecraft is effectively infinite. On the 360 days, you had a set world size. You could not go outside of the border. It just didn't generate. You had a really small world. So there was a limited amount of every item in the game. And I don't know how many diamonds there must have been, but there was an estimated max possible diamonds or you know, a range based on your luck. And so when we had glitched stacks, something we didn't want to tell anyone was that we had a secret little spot down here with loads of TNT, because we used it to terraform a little bit, and it was like intimidating, as well as the diamond box. So many diamonds. Thinking back on it, I don't feel too guilty that we cheated it all, because you couldn't get any more of it. So I had to do what you had to do. Oh, and also, yeah, look, you couldn't stack chalk pox? Pork chops. So you had to have them separate like that. Right, let's see the rest of the world. We have our bridge leading to the mainland. God, back then there was something about using gold and diamond blocks for decoration that you always thought was cool, and looking back on it, it was never good. We've got the boatyard and shipping, town centre, monorail, and the castle. We're going to swing back round to where the library is, which is that direction, because that's got where I put the map, and it's just very cool to see. Let's go to the monorail. So like I said, this world was meant to be inhabited. People would stay and build and have their own little house somewhere. And so we built set houses for people to stay in. They're all vacant. I guess we never got that far as to for people taking them. But they're not the prettiest. But it did the job. It did the job. So this was a little, we called it monorail. We basically called it a train station. And you could click a button. It would change the tracks to go to that place. Very cool. I did not know anything about redstone. And I'm surprised it still works. But it does. Let's go to the windmill farms. That sounds nice. I think... Okay, maybe that's not going to work. Let's get our own minecart and hop on. Oh. Yeah, I think some of the redstone doesn't quite work the way it used to. One of my friends was a wolf skin, so there's a little wolf skin for him. Wolf little symbol. Beautiful little airship. I can't remember how long we must have played on this server, but it must have been for a good bit. So there are a lot of developments we had on this server, from having little bases spread out to secret holes everywhere where people were trying to hide their own stuff. Because there's not even like pathways to a lot of this stuff. Got the wheat fields. Massive sugarcane fields. I think it was just something you could plant and build, and that was fun to us. Got the windmill back there. We'll go up to the airship in a sec. So the original spawn was somewhere over there. And when we built, one of our friends hid their base in a massive trees. And I don't think I ever really found it up until I recently came back to this world and had a look around in creative. Please go in Ash's crib. Shh, haha. Well done if you found My hidden home, congrats. It's certainly something special. And as we can see, Asher was not much of a builder. He had his own little mineshaft entrance. He's got an upstairs, but he has 2 different entrances for it. Maybe that was a way to keep things secret? Secret base in a secret base? I'm pretty confident there's stuff in this world that I will never find. I could swear there used to be a really small hole dug down into a base somewhere with loads of hidden stuff, but let's go look at this airship. Look how beautiful it is. I did not build this. But back then, this is great. Even today it holds up. They look like tarp over the top. They're like covered on it. Little creeper face. The wind turbine things. And another empty interior. I think this was more for decoration than to be gone up to. Or the blacksmith. I don't know who was in charge of the blacksmiths, but someone must have been at some point. I don't think we had anvils or anything. So you couldn't repair your tools. It may have been more to just buy some new tools. Staff only area, which acted just like a storage. I think this spot's really cool. I like it. Didn't even get around to finishing the path. Police station coming soon. And some cells in the back. Which they could have just dug out of anyway, but a man-made like river here. I guess this must have stretched across and we wanted to have it bridge across. See all the railways come through. Where does that go? Oh, it goes deeper. Ah, that must go to the train station. The library. Which we'll go to last. Or the hotel. I still love this entrance. I still think this is nice. God, did we have the nether in here? We might have to check out the nether. I've not actually done that yet. All of the rooms are available. They're all pretty much the same, kind of ugly little wooden boxes of homes. The home of Mr. and Mrs. Fisher, who were, if you can guess, the fisherman and fisherwoman. Their house connected through the back to the little fishing shop. You could buy boats, you could buy fishing rods. Dock bit out the back so you can set off in your rowboat, go for some fishing. And they also acted as a little thing to create your cargo off your boat. Got a beautiful little crane arm. Wonderful. I'm still impressed with some of this stuff. I never saw myself as a good builder, but back then it was, if you could make something look like, if you could make something and it was recognizable, even if it wasn't very good, if you could look at it and go, oh yeah, that's a crane. That was job done. That was good. You did your job. Got little boats. I think this one was made by me because it's terrible. And then the good one is made by my friend Jack. Not only was he good at redstone, he was good at building. Yeah, I never quite finished it. I think we've got one more thing to check out before we go to the library. And then I want to check out the nether. I want to see if that works. Got that absolute thickest lighthouse you have ever seen. But hey, you can look at it and know it's a lighthouse. So that was good enough for me. Strange dirt. Maybe they're all glitched stacks of dirt. I don't know. Can't even go to the top of the lighthouse and look around. I don't think fence is connected to anything other than fences. So this looked like a stick in the ground more than a connected web of fence stuff. I have a feeling that this was the last thing I did on this world. Because when my friends joined to have a look around with me a couple of days ago, they didn't remember this at all. So I reckon that I must have done it. The fun thing about this being originally a survival world is in any direction you go, you will find random crafting tables, random broken blocks, random torches, where someone obviously went off, dug around, tried to start their own little base. Got a rather good bridge over here. Doesn't lead to anywhere. I always wonder what I had planned for these places that I never got to finish. It's not the prettiest library. But I remember a friend of mine telling his mum about it at the time. About how good the library was. It's not bad. I mean, there's nowhere to sit and read your books. It's just a bookcase, bookshelf room, basically. A terrible dome. I did not know how to do circles back then. And round the back leads to where the train station will come up. So here is the whole map, besides probably a map or two at the top, which is missing. But yeah, as you can see, that was the edge of the world. And he probably stretches up for one more map, comes across. This was the size of your world. It could not be bigger than that. I want to see if there is anything in the Nether. I can't remember if the Nether was a thing or not. The old texture for the netherrack. Oh my god. Oh. What? Okay, so we did have the Nether. I'm gonna bump my... Okay, it doesn't get rid of the fog. I'm gonna have a look around. If there's anything interesting, I'll show it. But I'm not sure if there will be. Yeah. Also, the Nether was tiny as well. So you just had the edges of your Nether was just bedrock. It's weird to see on the sides. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in the Nether, but I want to show you how small the Nether was. So here we've got one end of it, right? And I'm not gonna sprint fly, I'm just gonna show you from one end to the other. Boom. You had like no space. There was no chance you would get enough glowstone for whatever you wanted to do. Why is there so many weird Nether portals? That is something I don't understand. I was wondering if I could turn off the fog to show you, but I can't, because I was gonna say I can load the whole Nether in one. You might be able to see it, but there's a corner there, and there. It is tiny. What? I'm moving. Hang on a second. I think there's more Nether. What? This must be when I converted it. It loaded new. My god, we have the real Nether. Okay. Was there no void? I'm walking on the void. So back in 360, I don't think there really was anything to do in the Nether. Glowstone. Kill some mobs, maybe. Let's get back. Here you go. Here's a cool look. This is this is the whole of your Minecraft 360 world in one go. That was it. Looks so small when you look at it like this. But with that, I would like to thank you for exploring my old nostalgic world with me. If anyone would like information on how to convert your world, let me know and I can make a quick video, because I know that all the guides I looked at didn't work for me specifically. I had to do a couple different things. So if you still have the world on your Xbox 360 and a memory stick, it is possible, quite easily in fact, once you know how to do it, to convert it to Java or Bedrock. Both work. But yeah, leave me a comment if anyone wants to know how to do it, and I can make a quick video. Thank you so much, and I shall see you later.